I'll add you to the call.
No, I'll add you to the call.
Adding Krem of Yellow Hills to Merc with a podcast.
No!
Episode 146. You are listening to Merc with a Podcast, episode 146. I am your take a shot every time Krem of the Yellow Hills is name dropped host, Scott. And with me is my take a shot every time I'm Batman. It's uttered co-host Corwin. The Merc with a
Greetings.
Podcast is your the monthly slave view at this, I don't know, of all things Deadpool, which is published by Marvel Comics and DC Comics. You can follow your Merc report to us on Facebook under Merc with a Podcast, or email us at hipsterdocket@gmail.com, or we never added it. But also you can contact us at Merc with a Podcast on Blue Sky, and Patch will send us your Hell House facts.
Merc with a podcast on Blue Sky. Okay.
All one word.
I'll add it now. How have you been?
I've been fine.
Traveling?
Oh yeah, been traveling a lot. Corwin, I heard you got an interesting postcard in the mail.
Yes, I did get an interesting postcard in the mail. You care to tell listeners what it was?
It was a picture of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge that I took like 2 years ago. And I had it printed up as a postcard on Zazzle. And I sent it to Corwin. Do you have it with you right now or no?
No, it's actually literally on my refrigerator.
And it says, "This is where seagulls go to die. Quack, quack, quack. From Nekocon. I love you. Love, Scott."
Yes, you did.
Everybody probably looked at this and went, "What the fuck is this? Should we call Homeland Security? Is this like
Code? Yeah. Yeah.
But before Nekocon, I also went to Disneyland.
Not Disney World, but Disneyland
Disneyland.
in
So
California.
correct. When I was on the plane, I watched Marvel Zombies.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
And as soon as Aquafina showed up on screen, I looked at the emergency exit and just went, this might be a better option. It was fine.
Yeah. Just fine.
I think the best way I heard someone describe it is like, oh, it was kind of cool. Like, it was kind of like that Avengers team up of everything that has gone on so far.
You mean like the What If? No. What do you mean? Avengers team up?
Like, it's like, oh, we got Shang-Chi and Crowd, and the Thunderbolts in Crowd, and Miss Marvel in Crowd. Yeah, all kind of like coming together.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it was fine. It was not a very good Marvel Zombies adaptation.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, it was. Oof. And they're making a second season.
They are?
Yeah, it was announced.
Mm.
Joy.
Okay. I didn't love it.
Oh. I didn't hate it. Should we also... I don't think we talked about it. What did you think of Ironheart?
I liked what they did with the hood. It was solid. It wasn't great, but I think it was still solid. I I like that they tried to do something a bit ethnocentric.
You're beating around the bush. It wasn't very good.
No, it was okay. It was just
It,
okay. It
it
wasn't
was
terrible.
fun. It wasn't terrible, but it's on the lower end of the Disney Plus shows. I'll say that. There was a reason why they kind of released all the episodes in 2 weeks. They knew this was not going to hit.
It's not a blockbuster, no. Definitely not a blockbuster. But I like that they put effort into making something for people of color.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Yeah, according to our commander in Cheeto Dust, no DEI. So, um, no. Like all that stuff is fine. It just still wasn't a very well written show.
No, some parts of it wasn't. I mean, there's a bit of leaps in logic, of course, but I did like how they did the hood.
There was just some parts like, okay, this is turning into a Robin Hood leverage. What are we doing with this? Let's rob from the rich and give to the poor. What? And then we'll have science fight magic. Oh, and there's Mephisto. Do we really care at this point that he's here?
Nah, I
Oh,
think
and
by the time he showed up, we were done.
the Young Avengers is this was going to be Young Avengers versus Mephisto.
Was that what it was supposed to be?
Well, I guess this is what it's going to turn into.
I mean,
Because at the end we saw that it's Riri is now whatever
yes,
possessed.
yes.
So it's like, okay, I guess this is the path we're going. I am a little excited about Wonder Man.
I keep forgetting about it on purpose, but I will definitely be watching it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what
I
to
believe that
expect out of it.
drops all at once. I believe
Good.
next month. Um, no, I'm curious. Well, I know nothing about Wonder Man, so I'm going into this blind. So it could be good, it could be bad. I don't know. Isn't Wonder Man Viet's like favorite character?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought it was. But Corwin, where can people know more about Wonder Man and the Avengers?
If he ever showed up, it would be in Earth's Mightiest Podcast at earthsmightiestpodcast.com. But Wonder Man has not shown up in the books for quite a while.
Well, I'm sure after the show. Who are we joking?
I mean, they got a damn good actor. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they have Ben Kingsley.
No, not him. The dude playing Wonder
Oh,
Man.
I'm sorry, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Yes, put respect on his name.
Okay, do you think that that weird butt animal from Shang-Chi is going to show up in the show?
No.
Oh,
No, I do not think they will put that animal in there.
and then also supposedly Wonder Man's going to lead right into Vision Quest.
I mean, okay. Well, they did change they did change Vision's origin because in the comics, his brain patterns are based off of Simon or Wonder Man.
But yeah, no, that's it for that. What else? Oh, okay, no. So when I was at Disneyland, it was during Halloween time, and I went with my parents,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like playing Pikmin.
Okay,
Have you ever played Pikmin before?
I have not.
Oh, well, it was like, let me raise my arm up in the air so everybody follows me. And because they're just like, where are we going? Just follow me. I'm your personal tour guide. I kind of know Disneyland in and out. Uh, so I finally went to Star Wars Land. Have you done that yet or no?
I have not.
Yeah, so I went to Star Wars Land. It's actually nice,
Hmm.
and I did the thing, build your own lightsaber for $200.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but anyway, I did that, and like everyone's like, oh, like the show that they put on for you, to like build your lightsaber. Yeah, I must have gotten the actor on their off day. Because this person had the acting talents of Camille Nanjiani and Aquafina
Oh
combined
Lord.
to as one. um, yeah, so that kind of took the experience out of it. I also went to Avengers Campus.
Hmm.
Spider-Man successfully, flew over. Because I'm not sure you've seen the videos. Sometimes when he does the flip from one building to the other, sometimes the dummy will actually not make it.
Just
So I
traumatizing
was,
for a child.
yeah. So I was a little disappointed, but the dummy made it, and I went on the Spider-Man ride. Yeah, the one at Universal's much better.
Okay.
All it is, the Spider-Man ride at Avengers Campus, it's you just keep on doing the whips with your hands
Hmm.
to shoot the spider bots. It's like, okay. Wow. This was not very much worth it. And then they redid the Guardians ride for Halloween. So it's a brand new story, and the music was all done by the composer of Deadpool 2,
Okay.
Tyler Bates. But yeah, my dad enjoyed that. He was like, "Oh shit, this is wow. that really looks like Rocket, the animatronic." So we did Disneyland for 2 days. Then we went to Universal, and we did we somehow did all the rides at Universal in like 3 hours. It
Was it
was
that
that empty.
empty?
It was that empty, and that not many rides.
Wow.
But yeah, no, Mario Land is fucking amazing.
Oh, so they opened a new park over there too. I didn't realize they opened a. Is it Epic? What is it
Calif-
called?
California, well, Japan got it first, then California got it, and then Epic got the Donkey Kong ride and the Mario ride and the Yoshi ride.
Oh, I didn't even realize Florida came last. Okay.
Yeah, and then I think there's Taiwan. I think is also going to get it too. Yeah, but all that California has is just Mario Kart.
Okay.
But yeah, so we were like done in 3 hours. We're like, I guess we'll just go back to the Disneyland. And that's pretty much what we did. I think we spent more time in the lift than we did in the actual
Oh Lord, in the park.
time at Universal. Yeah, I mean, we were like in and out. It was like, oh, wow. Um, yeah, but no, that was the experience. And then I went to Nekocon.
Which is located where?
It's where seagulls go to die. Um, no, that's located in Hampton, Virginia.
Okay.
So I presented 4 panels. First panel was, is this cyberpunk? Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. Maybe they shouldn't schedule panels at the same exact time doors open. By the end of the panel, not including the person running the room and myself, there were 3 people. Because everybody else was still getting their badges.
Still getting in.
It's like, well, this was pointless.
Sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. But what time? What time did it start?
7 o'clock at night.
Oh, it was preview night.
Yeah, it was preview night, but it was still. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you should have scheduled at 7:30 so people could have actually came in.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, so first day, I went to Final Fantasy. Love it or hate it, they still have all your money.
Love it or hate it, they still have all your money. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
what
much. It
happened in
was
that one?
like no, it was just the person was just going over all the different Final Fantasy games and how pretty much everything after Final Fantasy 7 it sucks.
Bite your tongue.
Yeah, I'm saying there's much better games after 7. Then I did visual novel anime adaptations, which I've done that panel 3 times now. That had a
Okay.
decent size crowd showed up. Then I did Cyberpunk at Japan's economic miracle. That panel was
What is
mainly about
economic miracle?
correct. Just about like the whole cyberpunk aesthetic and how basically Japan and Asia profit off of it.
Okay.
Then I had time to kill, so I just went to a voice actor panel.
Did you learn anything interesting?
No, not really. It was just one of those. I have time to kill.
You broke up. You said you just had time to kill.
Yeah, I just had time to kill.
Okay.
Wait, this isn't. Am I on the second? Oh no! That was all I did Friday. Then I went to a rave. Yeah, I see what happened. My phone's all messed up. Anyway, then next day I went to a panel. It was Kulon template for dystopia, which is essentially about in Hong Kong there was actually this city that was very cyberpunk aesthetic until 1987 when they demolished this whole entire city.
They demolished the entire city.
Yeah, so essentially, you know how like Britain had control of Hong Kong
Hmm.
for 99 years. So there was a fort inside Hong Kong that was technically not controlled by the British, but it was controlled by China. But China really did nothing with it. It was just the British were not allowed to use the fort. So a lot of people who fled China went to Hong Kong, and the ones that did not want to be part of the British regime then went into the fort, which was basically okay, we're going to build a city that's technically still in China, but China really doesn't care. So they built this like not up to code city inside this like fort, in which basically the what do you call it, the Chinese mafia? The triad. The triad essentially ran it. And like and all the utilities were coming from one fuse box outside. Powering this whole church city, and the triad had to pump all the sewage water out. It was amazing.
That's your definition of amazing?
Well, no, just hearing the story about this tiny ass little city that was gigantic. Then I did a panel called the Anime Monkey Paw,
Hmm.
which essentially turned into me doing a stand-up comedy routine for the last 15 minutes.
With no practice.
No, well, I practice it. I practice the panels with my parents
Ah.
before I present them. But I found out. See, I found out that you can take the microphone, right, and you can walk around with it. So I just stood up when it came to let's talk about Evangelion.
Oh Lord.
and how this was a terrible decision. Someone got a monkey paw and kept on wishing. I wish the ending made sense.
The ending
One
did
of the
make sense.
which one?
The original, wait, the movie ending.
Which movie?
The end of Evangelion. The end movie.
uh, yeah, which is funny you should bring that up because I showed the 4 kids, quote unquote, version of when Shinji goes to visit Asuka in the
Oh Lord.
hospital. And there was this one woman in the audience who didn't know what was coming. And I'm like, let's all watch her reaction. uh, but no. So in that panel, I talk about, like, essentially it's like, hey, you have this anime show and someone gets a monkey paw. And they're like, I wish for. So for Attack on Titan, I wish we got more seasons. Your wish is granted. Here's some horrible animation. Then I did.
Being bad.
Did you really think the final season's animation was good?
Actually, I don't remember because I don't think I finished all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it was
it's
done
because
by.
I read it. I read it, so I kind of already knew, so I wasn't in a rush to watch it. But go ahead.
Then I did The Devil's a Part Timer. In which is like, I wish we got a second season. And we got a second season. And it was terrible because nobody read the manga and didn't realize that we got this annoying kid character. Then I did, of course, The Promised Neverland. We have to acknowledge there was a second season.
No, there wasn't.
I had to actually do research, so I couldn't. Essentially, when this panel got approved, it got approved. If we go back in our emails, I think it got approved like 2 weeks before I was supposed to give the panel. So I had to quickly do it. So I did not have time to let me read all the manga. So I was like, okay, let me just watch a YouTube video and find out exactly what went wrong. Pretty much what went wrong with
the second season is they tried to do too much too fast.
Well, the problem was that Promised Neverland is one of the shortest show and jump series. Okay. So there was actually not enough material to do 2 seasons. So
they should have just did a damn movie and be done with it.
Well, no. There was enough material for like 2. How should I put this? There was enough material for a season and a half.
Yeah, so do like a damn 2-hour movie instead of a whole second season.
So if they wanted to do 2 seasons, they would have to add all this filler. So they went, okay, let's cut out this one arc. Oh, it just so happens to be that the one arc that we cut is the arc everybody loves. And not only that, if you cut that arc, which is the Goldie Pond arc, then you have to cut other stuff that references that arc. Mm-hmm. And because of that, you now have a Frankenstein situation where you're just clumping together things that will work. And then you get a clip show. And then the last 2 episodes, the creator was like, don't put my name on this. And then then all the writers were like, don't put her name on this. And then the people that animated it were like, don't put her name on this. Because nobody approved of the last 2 episodes.
I don't even think I've watched like the last 2 or 3 of it. It just got that bad.
Yeah. So that was essentially what went wrong with The Promised Neverland. And then I went into Evangelion, and we all know that story. We're beating it with a dead horse. But it just kept on being, oh, what the fuck? That ending didn't make sense. I wish we had a better ending. Then we got the end movie, and that didn't make sense.
It did make sense.
I wish we got a better ending. And then we got the movies. And then I proceeded to tell the story about and I showed the clip of them playing the fucking piano and the sky horses.
See, where they really went wrong with me on that was that it became more of a mech anime, which is not my thing. That's where they really started to lose me.
But yeah, so when I got to the point, I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about Evangelion. This one dude got so pissed. It's like, oh, you're going to fucking like bash Evangelion, and just walked, like stormed out of the room. I was like, bye, make better choices. And a few other people left are like, oh no, you can't talk bad about Evangelion. Yes, I can, because it's not a good show.
I mean, the movies especially.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think that was that all the panels I did? Oh no, it wasn't. Yes, and then I went
you
to
there? Weren't you there?
No. So then I went to the raves, of course. I went to another panel which was about millennial anime jams, which was essentially just this one person just showing all the different opening and endings of different animes, which was cool.
Okay.
Oh, I went to this great one, and I'm like, oh man, I am so going to do this, but like do it differently. You know how we do the brackets?
Mm-hmm.
This person did the mid bracket and took all the mid animes to declare what is the most mid anime.
Oh Lord, what one?
I was against it because No Game No Life won. I made the case. I'm like, guys, No Game No Life is bad, so it shouldn't win. We should give it to One Punch Man, because that's what it was up against. Which, after hearing about season 3, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard the animation's really bad on it.
And then I went to Judo Flip Chop Chop, a history of Aaron McGruder's The Boondocks.
Okay.
So I didn't realize it was a 2-hour panel, so I left after the first hour because I was like, I have to get food because I'm going to another panel later, and then I have to present tonight. And it's getting late. So I had to leave an hour in, which was fine because the guy pretty much was just going over to casting at this point. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to miss anything. But do you know there's actually an episode that was never aired again?
Yes, I'm pretty certain because I have the box set with all the episodes. So yes, which one is it?
The Tyler Perry.
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen. I have
it. But yeah, oh man, just rewatch because I started sending you the clips. I'm like, God damn, this show was so good.
I really wish they would have brought it back.
Okay, remember the one with the Girl Scout candy?
Of course. What was he called? What was Riley's name? His gangster name.
I forget.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I forget. But remember when Riley's like, if I know this isn't like the movies, so I knew when it was time to quit. But then I thought to myself, what if this is like the movies? He proceeds to tell off the guy. It's like, fuck your money, fuck your pose, fuck your bitches. Oh God. Oh. Did you ever watch the pilot?
I think I saw it online somewhere.
Yeah, apparently it was leaked. It was the one on it was supposed to air on Fox, and it's like he's like, oh yeah, we've only got confirmation of their parents. Okay, no, we didn't. When you watch the pilot, the only confirmation is that Granddad just says, oh, that's why I spent your inheritance on this mansion. Okay, we knew they were dead. He never said how they died. And then, okay, last one, but I know we love to talking about the Boondocks.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm gonna have to censor myself here, but when it's like when two black people fight, hey, you stepped on my shoes, and they pull out the gun.
Hmm.
But let's replay it again, but now with a white man and a black man. Hey, you stepped on my shoes. Aren't you gonna fight me? No,
It's the
I'm
perfect
white.
opportunity to throw away your. It's the perfect opportunity to throw away your life.
A black on black fight is the number one cause of death, right behind cigarettes and pork products.
Hmm.
And then the R. Kelly one, stop with the damn dance. And then Riley goes, you with the afro, turn up the music.
No,
Boo.
sit down. Or the story of Jimmy Rebel. Did you ever see that one with the country singer?
No, yeah,
Oh,
that was the number one that was pulled.
oh
I
yeah,
know.
oh yeah. The racist songs were just ridiculous. My oldest knows most of those songs by heart. It is.
You know
Uh,
what song I still sing to this day from the Boondocks?
which one?
Dick riding Obama.
Yeah, yeah.
Or what about they should have clapped when Tom was getting cucked by Usher? And the waiter's like, you big and bitch ass to Usher.
Mm.
Okay, enough of that. But yeah, great thing. I went to, of course, the adult AMV panel, and then I did the most iconic anime horror death. But there's a twist.
Uh-oh.
All
What's
the
the twist?
deaths are kids dying.
Oh Lord.
So we did some homework for Corwin.
Oh, we're doing this
So
now?
yeah, we're doing. That's why I said save your results.
Okay, well,
We'll
what
record.
happened to what happened to the news? We're skipping the news?
We'll get to the news.
No, okay, somebody's excited. All right, let's jump on in.
All right, because I want to compare your answers to the crowds. All right.
Okay.
So up first, we had Ava versus Blood Sea. The Ava one was from the third movie when Karu's head exploded. And Blood Sea was when the homunculi tore the girl in half. Which one did you go with?
I was a little torn on this because they're all supposed to be horror deaths, and if it was supposed to be something iconic, um, I I went with the Evangelion.
The crowd went with Blood Sea.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. That's definitely more of a horror ending, a horrific, more horrific death.
All right. After that, we have Attack on Titan. I used it was the one where they fight kind of in the beginning of the season where
Yeah,
they kind of fight the Santa Claus.
well, they first fight the
Titan.
Titans for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole entire crew just gets eaten alive.
Yep. Including Aaron.
Versus High School of the Dead with the two best friends forever. You went with
Attack on Titan.
the crowd went with High School of the Dead.
Yeah, not surprised there.
All right, up next we had ReZero, which was the rabbit scene, versus Another, which is a girl falling down the stairway onto the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
You went with?
I went with the ReZero.
Ding, ding, ding. That's what the crowd went with.
Really?
All right. After that, we have Ultimate Hellsing. We just went with the many deaths of the Nazi kid.
Schrodinger, I think.
Yeah. By the way, this one was submitted by Mike Rogers. Versus Original Sin. God. When I showed this Original Sin one before I even did it, I was like, Look, we can all, if we all know what this is, let's just not show it.
I don't
And the
think I've
crowd,
seen it before.
and the crowd was like, show it, show it. I'm like, God damn it. So we showed the original Sin suicide scene.
I've never heard. I don't think I've heard of that anime.
It just came out recently. Oh, by the way, the original Sin was also submitted by Mike Rogers. God damn it. Which one did you go with?
I went with the original Sin, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's what the crowd went with.
Oh yeah, that's definitely more traumatizing.
After that, okay, so we have Future Diary, which was the scene where the whole school gets blown up. Versus Made in the Abyss, where that girl's friend who's a creature gets obliterated by a nuke bomb.
And I know of Made in Abyss, but I haven't watched it yet.
By the way, Made in Abyss that was submitted by Mike Rogers. Which one did you go with?
Made in the Abyss.
So did the crowd.
Yeah.
Then we went with Higurashi. We just went with the many deaths.
I mean, come on now. Was that really a competition? Was that any competition there?
Versus Uzumaki when the kid gets run over by a car.
Come on now. Come on now.
Higurashi.
Come on now. I'm kind of mad too because I have that and I've been meaning to watch it and I just haven't watched it yet.
Then we have Danganronpa, which was the execution of Junko.
That seems like it was out of a video game or something. Was that actually from the anime?
The anime used the cutscenes from the video game.
Video game. Okay, I thought so. I was like, this looks like a video game. All right.
Yeah, that's what just for the execution scenes, because they're just like, we could animate it, or we could just do it in the style like the video game did it. So that is so they essentially just took the video game and spliced it into the anime.
Which I still haven't seen the anime either, so this is all new for me.
Well, yeah, we're doing that at some point. Versus Promised Neverland, when they discover, who was it, Bonnie's body?
Yeah, that's the big revelation of what's going down. So
in episode 1, which one did you go with?
Oh, Promised Neverland. That was way more traumatizing.
Yep, that's what the crowd went with. And then, not horror animes, but I decided I wanted to include these two because of just how much people hated when I showed it at ZenkaiCon. I showed the death of Nina Tucker, Full Metal Alchemist.
Evil.
Well, at ZenkaiCon, if people remember, I showed the Big Brother scene with Nina Tucker.
Okay, so I was like, wait a minute. It took me a second for the One Piece one. I was like, how did she not realize what she was doing?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. And then we have Full Metal Alchemist versus One Piece, which is when Big Mom ate everybody at her birthday.
What the hell? What did you have me watch, Scott? What is that?
Yes. She is one of the worst, and when I say worst, I'm not saying like bad. I mean, she is like one of the most fucked up villains of the show. And that's how she got her powers, because she ate the nun who had the devil fruit power and ate her and absorbed the devil fruit power.
Jeez. That was like...
Which one did you go with? Full Metal Alchemist or One Piece?
I went with Full Metal Alchemist.
After you're like, oh my god, what the fuck went on in One Piece?
Yeah.
All right, so
what did the crowd go with on that one?
They went with Full Metal Alchemist because it's Nina Tucker.
Yeah, okay.
All right, after that, we so what did you have? You had Ava versus Attack.
No, we can go with yours. We can go with the...
Well, no. What did you have? Because I'm curious where you placed everything.
I went with Attack.
The crowd went with Bloodsea.
Okay.
Because we had Bloodsea versus High School Dead. After that, we had ReZero versus Original Sin, which you have the same exact thing. What did you go with?
I went the original sin.
So did the crowd. Then I think, yeah, we had the same exact thing. So we had a best versus Higurashi. You went with.
Higurashi.
So did the crowd. Then we had Neverland versus Full Metal Alchemist. You went with.
I don't know. I'm going to with Full Metal Alchemist, but I bet you everybody else went with Neverland.
It was actually a tie.
Tie. Didn't know that was an option.
So, well, no. I'm the deciding factor, so I make them debate. And the debate we went with was Nina Tucker lived a good life before she turned into a dog. The kids in Promised Neverland didn't. So I was like, okay, we're going with Promised Neverland. You made a good point, my sir. And even then, she was a dog. All right. So then you had. What did you have after this? You had what versus Original Sin?
Oh, jeez. Attack on Titan.
So we had Blood Sea versus Original Sin.
Original Sin.
And you went with.
Original Sin.
The crowd actually went with Blood Sea.
Really? Huh.
Yes. I'll tell you now. We determined that Original Sin was number one.
Wow.
I mean, not number one. I'm sorry. Came in third.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get this.
And then we had Higurashi versus Neverland.
Higurashi.
Well, what did you have? You have Full Metal versus Higurashi?
No, I had. What did I have? Hold on. I had Higurashi and Full Metal.
Yeah, the crowd had Higurashi versus Neverland. The crowd went with Higurashi.
Yeah,
and we put Neverland in fourth, and you went with Higurashi.
Yeah, that frying pan scene. Oof.
Yeah, you know, there's also a scene in that anime where they pull out her intestines.
No, but don't spoil anymore because I have it to watch. It's like on my list to watch.
Okay, but wasn't it? You have to admit it's funny when they're at the picnic and they're just playing with the ball in the background.
Yeah. It's funny thing is Nikolai was like watching that scene. He was like, nobody noticed anything, and I'm like,
Okay. And then so you had Higurashi versus Original Sin.
I think I'm gonna go with Original Sin. That one is way more traumatizing.
We had Blood Sea versus Higurashi, and the crowd went with Higurashi. So what would you say is your third?
Oh jeez, let me look at the list again.
Because you had so you have Higurashi at second. So your third could either be Attack on Titan or Full Metal.
Full Metal.
Okay, well there you go. And that was Nekocon. Good times.
So, Higurashi came out this year, and it's complete.
No, Original Sin came out this year.
Original Sin, that's what I meant. But it's complete. It's done.
Yeah, it's only, I think, 4 or 6 episodes.
All right, I will make a point to watch it.
Well, you kind of know what happens, because I think that's, like, the final episode.
Oh, well, it's the journey. Not the ending.
All right. Now it's time for the news nobody pays attention to. Corwin, we have 3 credible items to regurgitate.
Do we now?
Item number 1, Deadpool VR is nominated for Best VR AR Game at the Game Awards. By the time this episode comes out, you'll know if it won or not.
Damn.
Well, let's face it, there's not many VR games.
Yeah, and I think
it's like it was up against 4 other games that came out this year. Like,
and it's like I'm not sure. I kind of want to play it, but I'm not down for the VR stuff. Just
Oh, did you watch the video I sent you?
I did.
So people know there's a kid pool mode. So instead of there being blood, it's just confetti comes out of people's. And then I think instead of bad, what is it? Whenever he curses, it's just a baby screaming, I think.
Yeah, they substitute some other weird words in there. It
Yeah.
reminds me of the X Force cover where they took out all the blood and stuff, and they put puppies in rainbows. This was the
Yes.
this was the Wolverine X-23 Archangel Wolfsbane
Cover.
Warpath
Yeah.
team of X Force. But yeah,
Uh, Talking about X Force and Deadpool, um, and Kid Pool. So Volderfield, I watched his video. He was there on the set of Deadpool and Wolverine, the day of Age of Apocalypse.
mm-hmm.
And Hugh Jackman is in the Age of Apocalypse getup, and he was talking to in between takes, he was talking to Volderfield, and he was like, is this like is like, are the people going to like this? Because I feel ridiculous. It's like, people are going to fucking flip when they see you like this. Which, I'm sorry, but we have to agree with Volderfield on that. I mean, that was a hype moment.
Oh, most definitely. Everybody loved that moment. That was just like, couldn't believe they
And
did
then
it.
Volderfield said he was there today when Ryan Reynolds ad-libbed the line. Sorry. It's like, why is there all this smoke? Is there a dragon around? It's so smoky here.
Okay, why is that so funny?
No, he's just making fun of how, like, Age of Apocalypse, there's smoke all the time. It's just a dumb line. Is there a dragon nearby? It's so smoky.
Post-apocalyptic does that to you.
I actually do have a quick question regarding Age of Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So, why can't Wolverine regrow his arm?
No clue. It was
Okay.
completely pulverized. I don't know. No clue. They didn't. They never actually said why. Cyclops' optic blast just. I don't know.
Yeah, some people said, like, his optic blast melted away the adamantium.
Well, I mean, there are bones in his hand. If he loses all the flesh and everything around it, the bones would just fall. So, but yeah, nobody's quite sure why that hand never grew. They never really got into it.
All right, and talk about things that we never got. Item number 2. Let me bring up the article. James Gunn talked to Ryan Reynolds about Deadpool showing up in Peacemaker, but I think we would have gone through pretty big hoops. This is from Scott Collara at IGN in a virtual meeting they had with James Gunn. James Gunn talked about this is a reference to many Gunn held this week in which I attended. The writer-director was asked if there were any universes that he wanted to depict in the finale that he didn't get a chance to include. This is a reference to the many dimensions that are accessible via Peacemaker's quantum unfolding chamber. Several of which are briefly glimpsed in the episode. Gunn said, "Yeah, I wanted to open the door and we see Deadpool in a room." Laughed Gunn. "I talked to Ryan Reynolds about it, but I think we would have had to gone through some pretty big hoops to do that. He wanted to do it."
It would have been awesome.
What they should have done was they should have just had
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, but make it clearly like, it's Deadpool.
Have been red without the mask.
Yeah, something like that. And he's like sitting in like the same apartment or something like that.
Or flipping a pizza and it just drops on his head and his face is covered in a pizza.
No, and he's holding dog pool. But you don't put them in the outfits, you don't put them in the makeup, but it's Deadpool.
Yeah.
But no. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. Did you like did you watch all of Peacemaker and did you like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I like that it's not a happy show. It's really just the second season is all about being at rock bottom, and everybody's going through it, and they still manage to pull themselves together. So yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and looking forward to whatever they're doing next with it.
I am not saying anything bad about the musical montage number at the end, or it will cause technical difficulties again. Um, so what is it they're doing again? I forget. What's the name of that really bad DC comic event?
Oh, Salvation Run when they were putting all the
Yes.
villains on the planet. Hmm.
Yeah, I remember reading that. That sucked. That wasn't very good. Anyway, my favorite part when they real the it was whatever episode 7, and she's like, it's like, how do you not notice the Nazi flag everywhere? Well, this is the first time I'm just noticing it. What about Mein Kampf is on every desk? You think I got these muscles from reading? What about the giant mural to Hitler? Okay, I'm just seeing that now, and holy shit.
That was funny. That was funny.
I mean, we all knew it. We all knew it was her facts.
I mean, we figured. We definitely figured. And there's plenty of people talking about it.
But that was the best. I just like that. You think I got these muscles from reading? Anyway, what the fuck were we talking? Oh yeah, the Peacemaker thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but no, I liked it. And then Lex Luthor talking about the gay sex happening. And bird blindness.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me there was a duck. Anyway, and then third item is we have a new creative team for Deadpool and a new name for the book.
Mm-hmm. Lay it on us.
I'm reading this off my phone, and because I don't have ad block on my phone, I'm getting 9,000 ads. We have Wade Wilson Deadpool. This will be by Benjamin Percy and Jeff Shaw, and it comes out in February.
I mean, it's a hell of a team.
Should we know who Jeff Shaw is?
Is it Ninja Viking Cowboy? Let me look it up. I know his work. He has hold on. I might be confusing him with somebody else, but the name is definitely familiar. He's pretty damn detailed.
Also, I just want to talk about this X-Men Shadows of Tomorrow promo image.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you have all the X-Men and they're all facing forward, and then you have Rogue just facing backwards, showing off her ass.
I think there's some symbolism in there. I think
For
she's
her
not.
ass.
I think she's not down with the direction that they're going in.
Are you
Is
saying
what I
that
believe.
she's going low, 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 low? Apple bottom jeans.
You're an idiot.
Other than
All right.
that, talking about things, talking about idiots. So we're about to embark on our books. Unfortunately, eBay ripped me off, and they only sent me one. So we're in for a treat.
So Jeff Shaw did the Thanos wins story arc of the Thanos series, which is where we first get the Cosmic Ghost Rider. No.
Okay, cool.
He also did some Guardians of the Galaxy. He did what would you know here? Um, Actually, he did some issues of Deadpool. He did. Where's his variant covers? Hold on.
It's getting late. Let's just get on with it.
All right, cool.
So our rankings are: a buy is a party time fruit liquor, a browse is a point 0.1, a gentleman's decoy is a low point 0.1, and as always, a Volderfield. Just we're never going to change it. I think Volderfield is locked. A Volderfield is a burn.
Okay. All right, so I am up first with the Marvel side of the crossover with Deadpool slash Batman, written by Zeb Wells with art by Greg Capullo, Tim Townsend on inks, Alex Sinclair on colors, and VC's Clayton Cowles on letters. So we start in Wayne Manor, where Bruce Wayne is contemplating his next actions when suddenly through the glass comes Deadpool, kind of like the bat that inspired him to become Batman. Deadpool shows up to um, kill. Well, he has a hit out on Bruce Wayne, but he decides that, oh, well, Bruce Wayne is a rich billionaire. Maybe you might want to hire me to do some work for you. But Deadpool's also in town to catch Batman. Um, but right now he's trying to make a little money on the side. But then Bruce is telling him Batman is somebody you don't want to mess with. But then all of a sudden the bat signal goes off and Deadpool goes trailing off, saying, okay, let me go take care of my job. Why I'm actually here. We get on top of the police headquarters where Commissioner Gordon is there with the bat signal, and a very out of breath Deadpool comes climbing over the edge onto the roof because, of course, he climbed up the hard way. When in comes Batman, and the two of them kind of throw down for a while. But of course, Batman gets the upper hand on Deadpool, ends up tying him up, and we realize that um, Batman is figuring out that the Joker is trying to send a message, and Deadpool kind of reveals that, oh, I can help. I kind of know where he is. Basically, there's some bombs or something set up, and Batman wouldn't have enough time to figure out to disarm all the bombs as well as get to wherever the Joker is. But Deadpool's like, oh yeah, well don't worry, because he hired me. I know where his base is. So Batman takes him along in the Batmobile, but Deadpool betrays him, sets off a gas bomb or gas thing in the Batmobile, and captures Batman and brings him to the Joker. And here we learn that the Joker ended up subcontracting out help to capture him. I do believe it was Clarion the Witch Boy that Joker went to. So now that Joker has Batman captured, he's trying to let Deadpool leave, but Batman starts basically gaslighting Joker, saying that, oh well, you know what, Deadpool's more worthy of my attention. He's a more perfect villain. He's more worthy of my obsession, which kind of sets the Joker against Deadpool, and he ends up poisoning Deadpool with the Joker venom, which makes Deadpool start turning white and smiling and laughing like crazy. However, Deadpool ends up freeing Batman, and the two of them kind of work together to stop the Joker. Pretty fun issue. I read it a while ago, so I kind of don't remember specific jokes, but the art was great by Greg Capullo, and there were some funny moments in here. It was okay. It wasn't fantastic. How many pages was this? Yeah, it was like 20, 22, 28 pages or so. It's fine. The art is probably the best part of it. Jokes are cool, but well, we'll get into the other book later. All right. In the backups, there are some other backup stories. We have a Captain America Wonder Woman story by Chip Zdarsky with Terry Dotson on pencils and Rachel Dotson on inks, Joe Carmagna on letters. I loved this story. This put both Wonder Woman and Steve together in World War II, and from then on, we learned that the histories are mixed. So Wonder Woman and Superman were there when they took Steve out of the ice. Um, Wonder Woman and Steve kind of had a thing for each other throughout the years, and it kind of ends with what do they call it? Infinite Universe. Instead of Infinity Gauntlet, it's like an Infinite Universe Crisis, and Captain America ends up dying, and Diana ends up getting his shield. The one you would love is called Catch, written by Kelly Thompson with art by Guru Hiro. And can you guess the two characters in this story?
I'm going to say Jeff the Shark and Crypto.
Yep. And it is a really nice down to earth story. The two of them playing catch. I don't know since when Jeff has superpowers to hit a ball across the world, but the two of them are playing volleyball, and it is absolutely cute. Until an arrow comes popping their ball with a note says Jeff come home, dinner's ready, and you hear somebody whistle for Crypto. The two of them do a high five and go their separate ways.
Oh man,
Um,
I bet you I would have loved that, but it
you would
never
have
came.
you would have loved that.
Corwin,
Uh,
drive down to Miami and get my book for me.
okay, let me figure out who kneecaps I needs to break. Next story is called The Red and the Green, written by Kevin Smith, art by Adam Kubert, colors by Frank Martin, VC's Joe Carmagna, and we have Daredevil and Green Arrow. And at which point Daredevil calls him Hawkeye? Question mark. This was an actually really, really good one. They end up fighting Count Vertigo, who of course completely messes up Daredevil's powers. And then we have let me go back to the beginning because this story, they only give you last names. They don't. Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern, written by Al Ewing, artist by Dyke Ruan, Moreno Dinicio on colors, and Joe Carmagna on letters. This one, actually, this one was good too. This one is stupid because they basically do a swap. They swap Rocket Raccoon and Hal Jordan for the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Green Lantern Corps. And as you can imagine, Rocket gets up to all kinds of garbage, including killing people, gambling at a casino, um, robbing the casino. Eventually, the Guardians of the Universe try calling the Guardians of the Galaxy, talking about we need to switch back. And then we have Nova on the phone. It's like, how come you didn't tell us how Jordan has a thing for jewelry? And you see how Jordan as Parallax with the Infinity Gauntlet.
So, is there a reason behind why the universes are combined or no?
In this book, no. The last one is, well, second to last one is pretty disappointing. At least for me, because it is Old Man Logan versus the Dark Knight, the Old Batman by Frank Miller, who does everything, and Alex Sinclair does colors. Um, the story is cool. It's the two of them just trying to out badass each other, but uh, the art is rough. It's 3 pages, but I don't know what Frank Miller. I know he's old now, but this is not peak Frank Miller. This is not what I would pay money to see.
Well, Corwin, he and some other artists are still crying over 9/11. You know.
Terrible. And then the last story is
For people that don't know, there was this very weird like discussion how Frank Miller just grabbed a bunch of different comic artists and they all got in a circle and just started crying about 9/11 in like the year 2009.
yeah. Last story I didn't like too much either. Written by Ryan North, art by Ryan Stegman, colors by Frank Martin, letters by Joe Carmagna, and we have a Lobo Wolverine combo called Logo, and it's him doing a bounty. It's just meh.
So, what would you give this?
I would give this I give this a pretty high point one. The short
Uh,
stories and the backup stories really shined, but the main story was solid.
I'm going to give this a negative, a red, a thumbs down, unhappy face on eBay.
Because you never got your issue.
I got one issue out of two, and the guy never responded back to me. So I told him, "Hey, you have till the end of this week. If not, I'm going to take it to eBay."
Yep. Or we can go break some kneecaps.
All right. Okay. Now it's my turn. Oh yeah, so people know this is our big DC special. I can't remember if we said that in the beginning.
No, we
It's
didn't.
it's also our 15th anniversary.
Jeez.
We're only 2 months late. All right. So we have the Cosmic Kiss Caper. Sorry, this is Batman Deadpool, published by DC this time around. We have the Cosmic Kiss Caper, written by Grant Morrison, art by Dan Mora, and colors by Alejandro Sanchez. So, who are these two people? Is this
So you
Eternity and who?
correct. I do not know the DC's version of Eternity's name. I don't know her name, but she's basically the DC's version of Eternity.
So we have Eternity and DC Cosmic She-Hulk. They decide, hey, you want to get down? Meanwhile, Batman, he shows up at this guy's apartment on Gotham. He's totally upset because his wife, she's gone. So Batman's like, I'll get to the bottom of this. So Batman enters the Mediterranean Sea. Uh, we have the two cosmic beings are making out with each other. Batman sees the Batarang, but he realizes, wait, that Batarang is not mine. Then we have Deadpool doing the typical holding up the corpse of another superhero. In this case, he's holding up Batman's corpse. Deadpool then starts fighting some ninjas from the Ink Machine video game. I forget what that was. Bendy the Ink Machine. Deadpool says, "You might be wondering how we got here, but let me tell you." So it starts off. We see some music playing, and we have Deadpool and Batman, and we see a big owl, and it says "Play attention." Batman starts playing the piano. He also keeps saying, "I'm Batman." So Deadpool tries to attack Batman, but Batman counters it, and Deadpool says, "Okay, yeah, you're the real deal. I was just making sure you weren't a cosplayer." He also keeps on saying, "It's like, so is your name Slade Wilson? Are you Deathstroke?" Uh, and Batman was, just saying, "It's like, so your name is Deadpool. That sounds like a villain. More of an anti-hero."
Morally
So
ambiguous anti-hero.
they start going down and down, like during the casino. Then they're on like this paddle boat of a swan. Then we get into chapter 2. They're fighting Bendy with the Ink Machine ninjas. Then Deadpool says, "Hey, Batman, you know what you have? You have plot armor." So Batman basically dies, and Deadpool says, that was all part of my plan because we're actually in a simulation because Cassandra Nova is manipulating us."
Another Morrison creation.
So Deadpool decides to drop Batman into the Lazarus. We get a great gag in the background. We see all the deaths, both DC and Marvel. And then out of the Lazarus pit comes the
Dark Claw.
that was from the what was that called? Algram?
Yes.
Which
Amalgam.
there is a reference to that, the Algam bar in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Deadpool and Deathclaw, they start fighting each other, but then they're on top of a giant typewriter, which takes us into chapter 3. Uh,
Read the
Batclaw
title.
says it's like
Read the title.
2 guys, 1 keyboard. He says, by the way, I never work alone. And then what happens? We see Damian Wayne, Robin. He drops down, starts attacking Cassandra Nova, which finally lets go of Deadpool and Batman. But meanwhile, Deadpool and Batman are still in whatever, the simulation. They see the dead Batman corpse. And then they see that someone is behind the cosmic keyboard and they're rewriting reality. And who does it happen to be? But it's Grant Morrison. But then Cassandra Nova uses her mind fingery thing on Grant Morrison themselves. Grant Morrison says, yeah, how does it feel to see that I made you do that to your own creator? Then we go back to, the cosmic beings. They're having orgasms.
Kismet, and Kismet is her name.
Okay, and then we get dead bat. In which Dead Bat slices off Cassandra Nova's head. Deadpool says, "Okay, it was great working with you. I know that I'll remember this. You won't." So Deadpool walks off with Cassandra Nova's head. Batman talks to Grant Morrison and says, "Oh, you have the cosmic keyboard typewriter?" And he's like, they were like, yeah, I have it. And then Robin says, "Father," and both Morrison and Batman turn around and go, "Yes, Fabian." And then Batman says, "Hey, with that cosmic typewriter, can you do one more thing?" And then we find out that the typewriter, where his name is from the Suicide Squad, Morrison brings back his wife from the dead. And then meanwhile, Eternal, yeah, is
Eternity and Kismet
is a quick comer. And it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rate you. Don't rate me."
Not yet. We're not done.
Up next, we have John Constantine, Hellblazer, and Doctor Strange. Written by. Really?
Scott
This had
Snyder,
three.
James
This had
Tinney in
three
the fourth,
writers.
and Joshua Williamson.
Why?
I don't know. Concept, execution, and dialogue. I don't know.
Did one write the Hellblazer, one write the Ghost Rider, and the other one wrote
I have no clue.
the 2 panels of Mephisto? Which
They were having drinks and they broke the story all together, just talking trash.
Art by Hayden Sherman and then colors by Mike Spicer. Basically, John Constantine, he shows up at Sanctum Sanctorum. He says, "Oh, well, I want to become the new, Sorcerer Supreme." So he steals Doctor Strange's Eye of Alchem. What is it called?
Agamotto, you got it.
Okay. We also get a thing where we have Ghost Rider fighting Swamp Thing.
And Mephisto fighting Necron, so both demons, major demons of each.
Okay, thank you for answering that, because I had no idea. I'm like, is that the Scott Green Lantern, or is that Spectrum? Who the fuck is this guy?
That's Necron.
Never heard of them. Anyway, so Doctor Strange is just showing all the things that are going on. It's like, do you really want to be the Sorcerer Supreme? John Constantine's like, no, but hey, how about next time you visit me? This was good.
Agree.
Up next, we have Sticks and Sticks by written by Tom Taylor, art by Bruno Redondo, and colors by Adriano Lucas. Basically, Honey Badger goes missing, so Laura and Nightwing team up. They go down the sewers. We get some good back and forth with each other. It's like, you had a butler? So they find Honey Badger. She's locked up in a cage. They break her out. And she's like, yeah, I was actually, I wasn't kidnapped. It was Jonathan. And they're like, wait, who took Jonathan then? And we find out that it was Killer Croc. So Nightwing and Laura fight Killer Croc. Uh, Laura's about ready to kill Killer Croc, and it's like, please stop. So Nightwing says, yeah, I also had a dog that talked once. So they're back at the clock tower. I love this. It's like, it's 25 with chicken. It's good. It also has the flavor of 25.
Is that a joke that we're supposed to get? Is that an inside joke for something?
When you get Chinese food, sometimes you just order off the number on the menu, not the actual
Gotcha.
item. So you just go, yeah, can I get a number 23?
Gotcha.
Uh, so then, Laura and Nightwing, they go up and they look upon Gotham City and they exchange talking about their dads. This was awesome.
Oh yeah, Tom Taylor always.
This one, I'm not even going to give the light of day. This was so bad. We have Harley and Hulk's Amazing Saturday, written by Mariko Tamaki, drawn by Amanda Connor, and colors by Tamara
Von Villain.
on Villain.
Yep.
And there you go. There was that. This was so bad. This was the worst thing I have ever read. One of the worst things I ever read. Until we get to this. We have new
Damn, he said
friends.
until we get to this. Damn.
God. Then we have new friends in old places done by I think G. Willow Wilson just said, yeah, sure, put my name on this. I'm not writing it. Pencils by
Dennis Cowan.
Okay,
Dennis
I'm looking at
Cowan.
I'm like, are we about to do a Key and Peele sketch?
Classic artist.
Oh, I was about to say, is this Denise?
Dennis Cowan. Keep going.
Okay, Dennis. I'm gonna send you to the Francisco Segala's office, who did the colors. We have Kamala talking to her parents, but then she hears a shudder, and then Virgil gets a B in biology, and then they fight this kaiju, and then Miss Marvel and Virgil are like, I'll add you to the group chat, and then
Who's
they fight
Virgil?
Static Shock.
Okay.
I don't care. He says, my name's Static. I'm like, no. I grew up on the cartoon. You're Static Shock. My hero, Static Shock. What? And that's how that ends. Oh my god. Okay, so what you do is you read everything, and then once you get done with the Nightwing X-23 story, you just stop reading. You just stop reading there. You're good. You don't have to read anything else in this issue.
So I will say the main story on this is better than the main Marvel story, but the Marvel backups beat the DC backups.
Now, did they switch? Like, I don't know. Is Greg Capullo over at Marvel now or no?
He has been doing variant covers, and actually he did do a Wolverine series with he did a Wolverine miniseries with Hickman. So yes, he's been at Marvel.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they did a thing where it's like you'll have a Marvel writer, but then a DC artist.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that was the thing they were doing. I'll give this a buy, but I'm telling you now, those last two, oof.
Yeah.
I mean, the other fact that I didn't even want to cover the Harley Quinn Hulk thing, that was the thing.
Back during the Deadpool Batman story near the beginning, there's graffiti on the wall before hold on. After he fights the ink dudes. They do like a Dr. Seuss thing. He's like, okay, one wall, two walls, three walls, and on the third wall you can see everybody who's ever broken the third wall. So you've got Buddy Baker, which is I believe Animal Man, you got Ambush Bug, you got Spider Gwen, not Spider Gwen, Gwenpool. Sorry, Loki, um, She Hulk. So everybody's ever broken the fourth wall are there. And then for the fourth wall, he's like, "Oh, I can see you." So Hickman, Morrison put in a lot of good jokes in here, which was definitely better than the jokes we got in the other book.
The TVA is going to repair the fourth wall. And of course, if you have Morrison, he's going to do a meta put myself in it.
Yeah, why not?
You know what is hysterical?
Mm-hmm.
Because this ties in great with her 15 years. Remember when we finished Deadpool kills the very first time Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe?
I'm not going to remember, but what about it?
Okay. We talked about it and we were saying, and I said, like, who does Cullen Bunn, because it ends with Deadpool in the real world about to kill Cullen Bunn.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, ha, 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 like Cullen Bunn thinks he's a Grant Morrison. This leads in perfectly to the joke that we did. And you said, but it's not Grant Morrison. And I said, of course it's not, because he's not D-list. You started laughing hysterically, and then I said, good night, everyone. And then we played the end credits music.
During the episode. I remember that. We started playing the credits and then got back to the episode.
But what made it great was like, oh, Grant Morrison would never write a Deadpool comic in 2025.
Are you sure we said that?
We were kind of implying that, but
Okay.
yeah, here we are. The good times. D-list. Wait, does that mean Grant Morrison's D-list now?
And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the Great White Owl Cassandra Nova reference is referencing Uncanny X-Force, which was Storm's team. I could be wrong, though, but yeah, I enjoyed this book definitely more. And Dan Mora, man, Dan Mora is a beast when it comes to this art.
No, I loved it. Like I said, great. Just read it up to the Nightwing thing and end it there. You don't have to read anything else.
Yeah.
Talk about things you don't need to read. We have Pasto Vision. So both Corwin and I bought Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, the deluxe edition. And we said, hey, you know what? Because, yeah, we're kind of in the point of Passive Vision where we have no idea what we're doing because there's not much left for us to cover till we catch up. So we said, there's a Supergirl movie coming out next year. So people know, as we are recording this, the Supergirl teaser or trailer or whatever didn't drop yet. That's dropping Thursday.
The teaser dropped. The trailer has not dropped.
Yeah, but that's dropping Thursday this week, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So we have no idea. So if you're hearing us say, I wonder if this is in the movie, we don't put, yeah, we obviously didn't see it yet. But yeah, so we said, hey, why don't we cover this for the 15th anniversary? What a wrong decision that was.
I think it's because we were trying to do, we're doing too much. It's too dense to be done in one episode and in one sitting to read as well. Even though it took me 2 sittings to read it all.
Oh yeah, I read the first half last night and read this. If I swear to God, you know how people remember during Minecraft when they said chicken jockey and the movie theater went crazy? If they say in this Supergirl movie, Krem of Yellow Hills, I'm gonna throw popcorn at the screen and I'm gonna go crazy in the movie theater if it happens. Did you know that Krem is from the Yellow Hills? I understand why people on TikTok hate Tom King. I would too, because of Krem of Yellow Hills.
Ideally, if I would have known how this series was, I definitely would have broken this up into more than one episode to cover this. But I think we can do it and still give it justice.
PSA. One, do not take a shot. We totally advise you. Do not take a shot every time you read Krem of Yellow Hills in this book. You will die of alcohol poisoning. And do not take a shot every time we mention Krem of Yellow Hills in this episode, because you will die of alcohol poisoning. Oh, God. So I'm just going to, well, you're probably loading it up. This is written by Tom King. Belix Evely on art.
Belquist. Belquist Evely. Or Bilquist.
Okay, Bilquist.
Bilquist Evely. Don't be hating.
Blocky? Is there a Blocky here? Matthews Lopez and colors. Clayton Cowles on letter. And that's it. Supergirl, based on the character created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, by special arrangements with the Jerry Siegel family.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this.
So people know. So Corwin's going to do the first 4 issues, and I'm going to do the last 4.
The very first narration is first panel. My father, whose name I will not record here, for I do not wish it learned, did not die a dignified or honorable death. A criminal and a thief and a liar, who at that time identified himself as Krem and claimed the Yellow Hills as his place of origin,
Chicken Jockey!
stabbed him through with a coppice blade. Very first panel, we have a character by the name of, what is her name?
I don't think we even get a name until the end.
Yeah, it's way in there. But basically, a family had a guest stop by who was traveling, and they gave him food, they gave him shelter, and one morning he killed this girl's father. Ruthie.
Editor's note. We mentioned this later on in the episode, but I think it is important to mention it here. On the second page of this first issue, Ruthie wonders why Krem of the Yellow Hills left the sword in her father. And she says, I quote, I meant to ask him and even had the question on my tongue when Supergirl and I eventually found the filthy man, and he was begging for his life with tears in his eyes. But Supergirl delivered the fatal blow, and Krem fell dead to the ground before I can get it out. And so it remains a mystery to this day. End quote.
And she swears vengeance, and she sets out to find this Krem of the Yellow Hills to get revenge for the death of her father.
Is this going to be our new
So that's exactly what she does. She goes out, and they're farmers. They have farmland. They farm rocks of all things. But she decides to leave. They farm rocks.
No. Okay. Side story.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bechtels, when we came over in the 1600s, we were, as my dad said, we were teachers, preachers, and dirt farmers.
Okay.
So you're saying they were rock farmers? It just makes me think, they're my ancestors, the dirt farmers. Also, rock farmers. So are we just in North Korea?
I don't know. So she happens upon a tavern where she finds the biggest, baddest mercenary, and she tries to hire him to kill Krem of the Yellow Hills by giving. Okay, I'm doing that on purpose now. I'll stop. Um,
No, keep going.
by leveraging the blade that he used to kill her father, the merc decides that he's going to take the blade anyway, and he promises that he'll kill Krem of the Yellow Hills and for her to go home. When she objects to it, he slaps the shit out of her and tries to leave. And sitting at a table is a very drunk blonde woman who's trying to celebrate her birthday. She stops him. She's like, "Oh, just give the girl back her blade and be on your way." Of course, our merc guy doesn't like that and tries to fight and gets his ass kicked by Supergirl, who smashes her bottle in his face and cuts herself, and then realizes, oh yeah, she's on a planet with a red moon, that way, a red sun. That way, she can celebrate her birthday and get drunk. She later wakes up with Ruthie, who's helped her out after she passed out drunk. And Ruthie's asking her to pick up this quest for her. And of course, Supergirl refuses. She's not going to kill anybody. And she decides to leave. Ruthie tracks her down and follows her all the way back to her spaceship where Supergirl's getting ready to leave. When out of nowhere, which caught me by surprise too, a huge arrow just comes and impales Supergirl in the chest. It seems that the merc has found Krem of the Yellow Hills to let him know that there is a bounty. She's trying to put a bounty on him. So Krem ends up shooting Supergirl with some more arrows. And
I'm sorry, who?
Krem of the Yellow Hills ends up
Thank
shooting
you.
Supergirl with a couple more arrows. And as Crypto tries to defend her, he gets shot as well. Um, Supergirl gets up, and of course she's hurting, but she still basically beats these guys' asses. And Krem of the Yellow Hills tries to escape into her ship, not knowing it's a spaceship primed and ready to go. And the spaceship launches off as Supergirl passes out.
So
And that ends chapter 1.
So people know we're not exaggerating. Here are the final words of chapter 1. And that Krem of the Yellow Hills, killer of men, women, and dogs, was about to escape my clutches and flee into the stars. No, they go full out. It's not just Krem, it's Krem of the Yellow Hills.
So just to give listeners some feedback, everything is narrated by Ruthie. Yes.
Just go with Ruthie.
Ruthie. This is basically her retelling of the events, and she talks very proper and highly educated and very flowery language with her writing. So it is wordy. It is very wordy, and
I'm just going to come out and say it. Tom King, you are a good writer. I'm not one of your haters, but I'm telling you now, you are not Alan Moore, and you are not William Shakespeare.
No. But Scott, honestly,
Then
it is
knock
fantastic writing.
Knock it the fuck off with the soliloquies the whole entire time. It just oh my god.
I don't care. I don't mind. You were reading it fast. I understand. You're trying to get it done. It's worth it. It's good. I like it. You're wrong.
No, I hate. Oh my god.
You're
I'm
wrong.
like, if this character shows up too in this fucking movie. The problem I have is that it's great. This story is great. It's phenomenal. But it's overburdened with just these fucking sonnets the whole entire goddamn time. And it's almost to the point where I'm just like, this isn't even a Supergirl story. Why the fuck are they adapting this into a movie if the whole thing is just Ruthie not shutting the fuck up?
I don't know, but let's go on to chapter 2. Because chapter 2 has Ruthie and Supergirl basically in a space bus trying to track down the villain, Krem
Oh,
of the Yellow Hills.
boo!
And it's Ruthie just, recognizing who Supergirl is, what she stands for, and how other people look at her. And of course, lots of people don't like her because of her cousin. At one point,
No,
um,
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. Go to the splash page when it cuts to the three of them and okay.
the splash page when at the
What
beginning,
in the beginning, yeah.
when they're all in the ship. Hmm.
You have the two aliens making out.
Hmm.
You have Dupe in the background playing a trumpet.
That is not dupe.
But the Dupe looking alien playing a trumpet. You have the other guy next to the making out aliens with the neck brace, the neck pillow, and then, God, the art. I will say the. I'm sorry, the art in this is phenomenal. Alone, you don't even need the words. You can tell what's going on in this book just by the art.
Yep.
I will say I do not like. This is just a personal preference. This isn't saying, "Oh, the Supergirl." I'm not crazy about the curly hair on Supergirl. That's just me.
Okay. Personal preference. Got you.
Personal preference, but oh my god, the art is amazing and gorgeous in this.
Yes. The art is definitely gorgeous. Anyway,
You were saying
so
that a bunch of aliens want to kill Superman.
well, they want an alien is upset that Superman banished his brothers into the Phantom Zone, so he wants to take it out on Supergirl, of course, somebody important to Kal El, which she's kind of used to, and she's able to defend herself. Anyway, their ship happens across some kind of energy dragon, and of course, there's nobody to defend against it. Supergirl still doesn't have her powers due to the fact that she was on this planet with the red sun, and she's still in a red sun universe. And she asks the passengers on there for some red. How does she put it? Red pills.
Correct.
Yep, she calls it. Anybody who's got reds. So we find out that it is red kryptonite and it is an aphrodisiac for some races, but we know that it gives her random powers. So instead of letting everybody and herself die, she takes this tablet and she has like Phoenix powers and she's able to defeat this
Yeah, I was about to say about the
space
Phoenix
dragon.
You have to. You haven't said this, but Supergirl just says "fuck" every other sentence.
Yes.
Like we have this. Come on, be brave, stand up. There's a fucking space dragon outside, and this is our only chance of survival. And it's not all that great, to be honest. I, 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 I have some. All legal. I have a prescription for my galaxy-spanning journeys. They help me with my anxiety. Super! Now they can get to help me with mine.
Yes. So she's able to stop this energy space dragon, and sometime during the trip, her and Ruthie end up in the bathroom, and she realizes Ruthie doesn't know anything about washing her hands. So she takes a moment to. Mhm.
The Shakespearean Rufy doesn't know to wash your fucking hands. I'm sorry, as you're playing in fucking dirt and rocks all day.
Well, remember at the beginning, she did say they bathe like once a week because of I don't know stuff. So she did make mention of odor and how they smell, and yes, so
Also, I'm surprised you haven't made a Princess Bride reference.
to what?
You
With
killed
what?
my father.
Oh, wow, man, she isn't much of a swordsman. Anyway, as their journey continues, Supergirl slowly does get her exposure to a yellow sun, does help get her powers back. But now we learn that Supergirl tells her, okay, yes, the reason why we're on this trip right now, definitely to find Krem of the Yellow Hills, is because he has poisoned Crypto. The poison on his arrows don't really affect human beings that much, but it's lethal for animals. So that's kind of Supergirl's reasoning for taking this job to find Krem of the Yellow Hills. All right.
Oh God, this
Comments?
chapter.
Comments?
No. This chapter is phenomenal. It's just, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Chapter 3. Yeah, this is where things take a turn. So while they're trying to find the antagonist, Krem of the Yellow Hills, they happen upon another planet that the ship should have taken him to. And they're dealing with some blue people who are not very friendly to outsiders and not very accommodating or helping. When Supergirl and Ruthie try to check into a hotel, there is a login book where there's a blue side and a purple side. And she's telling her that, oh, purple is for visitors, blue is for the people that are native to here. However, things seem a bit sinister, so Supergirl's kind of
Wait, let's not
suspicious.
forget, she's talking to like the town hall records guy.
Hmm.
This Supergirl, so people also know, like we said, she wants to just get drunk for her 21st birthday, but she also has zero fucks. Like, this is not your Girl Scout Supergirl.
Hmm.
So this guy's like, I gave you enough. Get the fuck out of my face. And Supergirl just blows his desk over as he's building a house of cards. Continue.
Yes. So she realizes something is fishy, so she goes into the sky. She kind of scans around the town. They're at a diner. They're also talking to the waitress, and everybody just seems to be hiding things. She realizes that um, there's certain signs that are painted over that says no purples, and she's like, "What does that mean?" And of course, the waitress tells her she needs to order or just leave. So of course, people are hiding things. Suddenly, during the night in their room gets shot up, and Supergirl's able to protect what's her name, Ruthie, and they go see like the mayor, and the mayor's basically monologuing, talking trash about how Supergirl's here making a fuss and uprooting things and causing problems, and she literally crushes his desk and goes flying around the planet scanning things, and she finds that specific town on the outskirts, Purple Town, as she's come to find out, has been completely decimated and buried, and basically it's a genocide of the purple people. So she goes back to the mayor, tries to kick his ass, or not the mayor, the one of his guards or whoever. Um,
I
she's
think this
pissed
is
off, of
just a
course,
police station.
and she tries to get him to talk, and the dude literally shoots her in the eye, and she just picks the bullet off her face, and threatens him. And they find out that the Barbon's brigands had come to the planet and demanded money so they wouldn't slaughter everybody. The Blues didn't know what to do, and eventually Krem of the Yellow Hills overhears this, and he helps them formulate a plot to kill all the purple. Basically, give the purple to the brigands to decimate in order to save the Blues. So the Blues kind of go along with it, and the brigands actually like Clem of the Yellow Hills, and they decide to take him in. And now Clem of the Yellow Hills is not on this planet anymore. He's out with the brigands doing all kind of dastardly, underhanded, genocidal, horrible shit. Thus ends chapter 3. Any comments?
No, Justice was so good.
Oh, yeah, it was messed up. It was definitely messed up. All right, chapter 4. Supergirl and Ruthie are always trailing behind the brigands as they go planet to planet, decimating, killing, and all kind of other horrible shit. Horrible shit. At one point, Supergirl's being told a story from a triple amputee whose planet they raised. And he's telling the stories of how Clem of the Yellow Hills, slaughtered his best friend and mutilated him, and what they did to his people. Eventually, Supergirl does run across another planet where they're burying their dead, and there's literally hundreds of thousands of bodies that this one guy is trying to bury. And Supergirl's like, well, let me give you a hand to help lighten your load. I'll take care of a few of these. And, within seconds, she buries hundreds of thousands of people. And she tells him that, she ended up scanning his DNA and she's able to find his daughter. And she could tell him where, she buried his daughter. So this chapter, they're just going planet to planet, dealing with the aftermath of the Brigands and the wholesale slaughter that they're doing. I think the worst one is where one of the worst ones is where Supergirl finds a planet where everything that they did was recorded, and she refused to let Ruthie watch it, and she was gone, I don't know, for hours watching what happened to this planet, and she was able to confirm that Krem of the Yellow Hills has joined them, and they are horrible. What they've done is terrible and horrible, and it's just brutal. We cut to another planet where they caught one of the brigands, and he's basically in a public forum, and he basically brags about what he did and how proud he is of what he did, and he has no regrets, and the people completely stone him. And Ruthie's like, for some reason I thought, he's talking to Supergirl, for some reason I thought you would actually try to save him. And Supergirl's like, did you? But they go to some other planets, and at one point it gets so much for Supergirl that she flies into the heart of a sun and basically lets all her rage go. She screams, she cries while in the heart of the sun, as not to hurt or damage anybody or have anybody see her suffering. So at this point, the two of them grow closer, and she's able to tell Ruthie a little bit about her history and her planet, and how she watched her world die. And that's where we end in chapter 4. This was another hard chapter. This was...
All right, so we get into chapter 5. So we have Krem of the Yellow Hills. They finally catch up to confront him. He, though, has basically a magic void, which can teleport you to basically the opposite side of the galaxy. In which they do, but it just so happens to be that they are on a planet that was actually created near a green sun, which is actually a sun that was injected with a bunch of kryptonite. Supergirl goes on saying that, hey, my cousin, he was on this planet, but he got off. Oh, how did he get off? The Justice League came. How long was he on the planet for? 45 seconds?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. How long do we have? 10 hours. Which, okay, we're just going to spoil it. This whole thing was Supergirl trying to tell Ruthie, like, revenge isn't worth it. But I'm just thinking, when does Supergirl just say, hey, hold on a second, I'm going to call the Green Lanterns?
Like, yeah, I thought about that too. It's like,
look, I understand, like, this is Supergirl's story, and I understand you can't rely on literally the universe police to govern the whole universe or galaxy, whatever you want to talk about it. But still, like, it's like, where is the Green Lanterns?
Mm-hmm.
Because one, the Green Lanterns should definitely be taking care of this. And two, the Green Lanterns could get you home.
So, one thing I forgot to mention, and they say it's, where is it in the beginning? On literally the second page, she says...
second page of what?
The second page of the first issue. She says, if a child, which I was at the time, despite my many protests to the contrary, could claim the weapon with a simple tug, what was it that prevented Krem from rescuing it, as she pulls the sword out of her father's chest? I had meant to ask him and even had the question on my tongue when Supergirl and I eventually found the filthy man and he was begging for his life with tears in his eyes. But Supergirl delivered the fatal blow and Krem fell dead to the ground before I can get it out. And so it remains a mystery to this day. But I am writing ahead of myself as I tend to do, but should not. So they tell you this on the second page of the first issue.
Oh, that Supergirl kills Krem.
Yep.
We'll get to that. So basically, this whole entire issue reminds me, it was by Jimmy Palmiotti and Phil Noto. They did a Superman Supergirl series where essentially Superman took Supergirl to this planet that had a red sun, so they had no powers. So he could teach her how to survive and actually, learn to fight. And that's what this whole entire issue reminded me of, was that miniseries. So it's essentially they're on a dinosaur planet with a green sun.
And Supergirl's constantly in pain, like she can't even move.
Which yes, I have a question. How does kryptonite work?
What form are we talking?
No. What I mean is, like, I understand it's just up to the writer, because sometimes it's like green kryptonite just makes you weak. Other times you get to this and it's just like, oh yeah, green kryptonite's killing her.
Yeah, it's
And
radiation.
Well, no, I'm just saying. And sometimes you see that in movies and cartoons and everything. And other times kryptonite is just like, oh no, I don't have power, so well. No, I'm just saying it's like it's never consistent. That's all.
Okay.
So Rufy's like, okay, well, I'll defend you. So Rufy gets a sword. She kills the Spinosaurus, which I'm sure that if Corwin's kids were on right now, they would go, actually, it's a different type of Spinosaurus. And then some pterodactyls come to eat the Spinosaurus. Rufy's about to try to swipe at the pterodactyls, but then Supergirl quickly wakes up, uses her eye beams, and goes basically in a haze state. Hey, was that it's a fucking bird. No, it's a plane. Or no, it's super. So then Supergirl wakes up and is like, I need water. And Rufy's like, no, we can't leave the spot. It's only like 2 more hours. And Supergirl's like, no, I need water or I will die. So Rufy says, okay, fine. I'll take you there so you can get water. And then who happens to come? But it's the Anonymous Rex. So they decide to start fleeing from it. But then finally it gets to nighttime. So Supergirl finally is able to, kill this motherfucker. And then they which none of this makes sense either. So, okay, it's nighttime. The sun's not there. But if you leave the planet, the sun is still there.
I mean, if the planet is between them and the sun, then I could see them getting away with this. I thought about it too.
Yes, I have Quish. So you on Red Sun lose power. But then Kryptonite Sun try to kill you, but when Kryptonite Sun disappear, all power restore. Thank you.
Yes, but she would need a yellow sun to recharge her batteries because they would be completely empty from the red sun.
But the green sun also depletes.
No, the green sun kills her. It's poisoning her.
But, okay, this is where we get back to the debate of how kryptonite works. Because sometimes kryptonite just takes your power away. Also, yes, in Superman 2, Clark just go into booth to lose power. Why not Supergirl? Thank you.
TV different than comics. Continue.
Okay, anyway, end chapter 5. Amazing. Loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, end chapter... Yeah, 5.
We're only on chapter 6.
Yeah.
So we're on like what the fuck are we at like on apocalypse at this point? I mean, this planet is heinous.
Mhm. I love this too. It's horrible. The brigands are like, what does he say? He says, the brigands have this rule that you can spout last words if you pay for them. You got any money? What? What? Ain't that a
So
la- That ain't a last word.
so Krem of Yellow Hills, he gets another teleport orb. He chucks it. So we get a flashback story of Supergirl back when she was on Krypton as it was dying. Uh, so okay, so this wait, is this the one that goes back and forth? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do the flashback first, if you don't mind,
Yeah, go
because
for
it
it.
keeps intertwining. So in the flashback, Supergirl talks about that as her mother was dying, and essentially she got cancer from the sun back on Krypton, and the sun was slowly basically killing everybody in Krypton as well. So they're like, okay, we had to kind of like make essentially a shield to cover us from all the radiation poisoning, but this was only a temporary situation. And during the whole time as Krypton was dying, Supergirl was essentially befriending people. Here we go. A year went by and she survived the best she could, keeping mostly to herself, tired of befriending the dying. They could not steer the rock, so they floated, hithered, and tithered through the depths of space, relying on a prayer and fate. She remembered the day the storm came. She heard it before she saw it. Said it was actually fairly pleasant at first. There was no rain in space, and the plinking of the rocks hitting the lead reminded her of the day stuck at home, with nothing to do but read and look out the window. The wet on the red and the blue leaves. Out her window that day, she saw the asteroids fall, the hailstones puncturing their improvised shield. She knew the radiation had come back, that those left would soon be leaving. And that was the end of her ever relying on prayer and fate. So that's when what's her dad's name? I know, I always get Zor-El.
Zor-El.
Yeah, I always because of Jor-El and Zor-El. So Zor-El basically says, "Hey, I while you were trying to put up a shield, I made this last resort. You need to get in." So Supergirl, she looks upon basically because what's going on here exactly? This is like the last remaining of Krypton just floating through space.
A piece of the planet, yes, but as it's floating through space away from its red sun, the planet itself is turning into kryptonite, so it's poisoning everybody on there, which is when they tried to put the lead on the ground to help block the radiation from the Earth itself. And yeah, this storm came and just completely smashed up the lead lining that they put on the floor. But I mean, this took years for everybody to be wiped out while she's on this planet. At least what, 2 to 3 years? People were
Correct.
suffering and dying. So it wasn't a quick thing for her. It's trauma.
So then Zor-El finally sends Supergirl away. We all know that story. So that's the flashback. So meanwhile, Supergirl says to Krem of Yellow Hills, "Okay, yeah, nothing can outrun this white orb, but you know what? You know what? Nothing can outrun the sperm. But you know what could try? Comet. Comet who will take me to the edge of the universe. Yeah, you heard me. Edging in sperm. So Comet,
The super horse.
which we'll get into it when we get there about this horse.
Mm.
So Comet and Supergirl, they're basically dashing through space to get to the edge of the universe, in which they literally do, and it's nothing but just a white void. And of course, once you're in the void, and this is awesome what they do. It's essentially just sketches at this point. The art style.
Mm-hmm.
And because, you're at the edge of the universe, nothing really matters, nothing works here. So she just pops the bubble. And she decides, okay, I'm going to head back now. And of course she does, and then Rufy goes, well, Krem of Yellow Hills, he's just going to send another sperm orb at you. And Supergirl goes, no, that takes a while. You have to wait about 15 minutes before you rub another one out. So,
Oh Lord.
so Krem of Yellow Hills decides to pull out a bow and arrow, shoots at Supergirl, and Supergirl just, grabs it and snaps it. Which we then get into Chapter 7, Hope, Help, and Compassion. So we arrive on the jellyfish planet. Let's just call it that. So Comet and Rufy, they're eating a giant apple. You see the two crabs fighting each other on the beach.
Yep.
Floating
fish.
So meanwhile, Supergirl, she now has to fight the space pirates from Treasure Planet. I mean, look at that ship. It's a Treasure Planet ship. So we kind of get a thing of back and forth where basically Comet is there to not only protect Rufy, but also to make sure Rufy doesn't kill Krem of Yellow Hills. Meanwhile, Supergirl, she's fighting off the space pirates. They're shooting with everything they got. Rufy says to Comet, hey, maybe he needs some water. Just let me, ungag him. Supergirl, she's falling back into the jellyfish planet, but then she regains consciousness, finally lands on the pirate ship. And then Krem of Yellow Hills basically gives his whole entire backstory. Basically, back on the rock planet, he's hired by the king to find those that are loyal to the king and those that aren't. And the ones that aren't loyal to the king, he kills them. Whole entire thing is, Rufy's father was very loyal to the king. But in like a Joker madman nonsense, Krem of Yellow Hills didn't like that Rufy's father was telling him, get the fuck off my land. So Krem of Yellow Hands, Yellow Hills. Sorry, we can't get that name wrong. Stabs Rufy's father, and that's how the whole death happened. Supergirl, she's still fighting the space pirates. At one point, Rufy, talks to Comet, and Comet hears Supergirl, and Rufy says, I promise I won't hurt Krem of Yellow Hill. Go help Supergirl because Supergirl needs your help. Supergirl's talking to Comet, saying, no, don't you fucking dare come up here. But Comet does. And then that's when Rufy decides, you know what? It's okay to lie to a horse.
Mm-hmm.
So we get into the final chapter. We're at the final chapter, and this is where things kind of fall apart for me.
Okay.
So Comet comes, and Comet, tries to save Supergirl. And then that's when Comet turns back into, which I never knew this. I knew about there was a super horse, but I didn't realize that the super horse was actually just a Kryptonian curse to be a horse.
He takes a kryptonite bullet for Supergirl.
Anyway, but I'm just saying I never knew any of this crap. Anyway, so Rufy tells Krem of Yellow Hill, look, I'm going to kill you, but we need to make this fair. So she puts this sword in the middle of the beach in between them. So they decide to go after and try to kill each other with the sword. Rufy, learning to pick up a few fighting skills from Supergirl, starts handing Krem his ass, Krem of Yellow Hill's ass. They keep fighting. At one point, they're in the ocean. She has the upper hand. She cuts Krem of Yellow Hill's fingers off. He's sitting there in the sand. She's about ready to do her final blows, but she can't able to hit him. And why is that? Supergirl comes down with Comet's body. That's when we can find out about Comet. And then we get this whole entire thing where Supergirl basically says, "It's like, hey, this whole thing, let me tell you, this whole entire thing was I knew you were going to go to ends meet to try to kill this guy. You're better than that. You shouldn't hold the vendetta. You shouldn't kill this guy." And Supergirl's like, if you want me to, I'll do it right now. And that's when Rufy starts realizing that everything that Supergirl did. And she says, you're kind of a hypocrite yourself because, you hold Krypton close to you. So you shouldn't, you need to let go of grudges. And I'll let go of grudges. So they decide, okay, but the whole entire thing is the space pirates are still going to come back regardless, because once you take one of their members, they're always going to come back for you. And hence, this is why they told the story of Supergirl killed Krem of Yellow Hills, because at least that way it cleared Rufy's name. And okay, they're going to come after Supergirl, but it's fucking Supergirl. What are you going to do? Yeah, she not only is she Supergirl, but she has the backing of the Justice League and the Green Lanterns, who are just not here at all. I guess they're too busy filming their TV show. Anyway, so we cut to years later, and we see an old lady. Oh, and we find out that the whole entire thing was trying to find Krem of Yellow Hills to find out what poison was poison crypto. No, that was all made up. Supergirl just made up that whole entire story, so she could tag along with Rufy and try to change her mind and make her a better person. And I'm going, this is fantastic, awesome. So then Supergirl then says to Rufy, okay, where do you want it? She's like, oh, let's go out to, where the rock field is, where it all started. So then we find out that Krem of Yellow Hills has been in the Phantom Zone for 300 years. The first 100 years, he swore he was going to kill me. The second 100, he seemed calm. He got to know all his victims like he really broke with regret. The last 100 years, he's been ideal working hard and making up for what he'd done. Like he had a different heart, like he was a different man, a better man. It goes to show you, there's always hope. So Krem, he finally comes out of the Phantom Zone. I guess time works different in the Phantom Zone. And this is the part which pissed me off. So, Krem of Yellow Hill, of the Phantom Zone now, different area code, says, forgive me, I beg you, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. And then Rufy just kills him with the cane and walks away.
She does not kill him. Okay. She does not kill him.
Oh, okay, sorry. I took that she killed him. And I'm just like,
no.
Okay, the whole message then is pointless.
She does not kill him. She knocks him upside his head. But if you look, hold on. If you look at the second panel, his arms are in the air. The third panel, he's holding his head.
Oh, okay. You know what? Okay, this makes so much more of a difference. No, I'm dead serious. I really thought she just killed him, and then it just ended with they walked away, and I'm just like, you totally missed the point. She still killed him. What the fuck?
She did not kill him, so...
Okay.
I had to look a couple times, too.
Okay, this totally changes everything. I'm dead serious. I was so pissed. I'm like, we lost the message here. What the fuck, Tom? I take back a few things now. Tom King, this is brilliant, but you're still not fucking Shakespeare, okay? Let's tone it down with the sonnets.
Leave him alone with his writing.
I will now move this to 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I will change it right now.
You thought you killed him? I had to review the panels a couple times. So I'm like, wait a minute. It's like, no. But But then, yeah, you see, he puts his hand on his head. And, yeah,
So, but yeah, so
maybe they should have put a little word balloon like or something to let you know that he was still alive.
this changes everything. Um, it really does. No, I was just like, I was just going to give this a 0.1. No, this now. So for passive vision wise, it's a like. For if we're
Oh,
actually
definitely.
reviewing it, this is now a party time fruit liquor. Before I was
Oh,
giving
yeah.
it a 0.1 because I thought, did you really make issue 7 obsolete with that death?
Yeah. So here's something cool. The very last, after all the bonus stuff, there's actually an alternate script for issue 6. I was reading the end of it. I didn't quite read it from the beginning, but it is a completely different issue 6, which I thought was interesting. But I'm not going to get into it tonight or anything. We'll talk about it maybe next episode since we're running super long.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, I was like, yeah, let's not do the hit list. But if you definitely want to go over like what are some of the best moments or best episodes, We Are Deadpool.
We are Deadpool?
That,
Or you are Deadpool?
well, no, we called the episode We Are Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
That was a fun rump. Rah, 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 rah. That was the best crash out we ever had.
That's a recent one, too. That's a really recent one.
You know, it's also a great moment in our 15 years when we called the number about the buying the Marvel Comics superhero coins. And the number was turned into a sex phone hotline. Because the issue was like at this point like 18 years old. So of course the 1-800 number expired. That was great. And then an episode later, I was like, let me go text this like Ratchet and Clank for PS2 text message. And you're like, and the power grid will go down across the world. But I gotta like could not send text. But oh man, those were good times. We just fucked around past with the ads. Oh no! Don't forget Vic.
Yeah, we had some good times with Vic.
The best was during COVID. When I was like, "Do you think Vic is okay? I'm worried about him." Oh, which by the way, we might have to change the email address because I know Corwin wants it because he says Dawkins a bad word, but also whoever signed us up for AARP and Medicare information, fuck you. I'm tired of reporting spam. Because those are all the emails we are getting lately.
It's the X-Cast. Getting you back. It's the uncanny X-Cast getting you back.
For what?
I don't know, for the stupid whatever. I don't know. Voicemail stuff.
Proving them wrong with legitimate facts because they're a bunch of fucking Trump tards with going, oh no, it's not a movie. Yes, it is a movie. You know what's not a movie? Fucking Star Wars by that logic. Anyway, no, we had good times. Have we decided what we're doing for Passive Vision? Because I have a suggestion.
Do we want to talk about this on air or do we want to take it off?
No. It's real quick. If you have it or not, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff because they canceled the movie. You want to read the Ninja Turtles Last Ronin?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I have the hardcover.
Okay.
So we can dive into that because, you know, like I said, Passive Vision right now, we're getting very close to it ending. So we're going to try to drag it off, especially so we can hit 150.
So what we can do is let's read it first and then decide how many episodes we need to cover it, so we don't run into this
I think it's
this
only
problem.
isn't it only 4 issues?
I have no clue.
Well, I'll look into it, but yeah. So people know, yeah. So next episode we'll be back to the Deadpool books. We're going to do, I think, I said we'll do October, November, and then we'll do December, January, the episode after that, and by that point we'll be caught up again, hopefully. Oh, and I can legally say it. I just can't. I don't know what days I'm doing, but I can say I will be presenting at Setsucon. Everybody. Yay! So, Corwin, be prepared to get another postcard.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Anyway, thank you for the 15 years. By the time this goes up, hopefully it'll be up. I don't know when, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a crazy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Anything you want to end on?
No, stay safe out there. It's a crazy, crazy world. Be good to each other.
Other than that, good night, everyone. Robot Chicken Hulk here with a new PSA. The 15th anniversary stone is the crystal, representing clarity, transparency, and strength in a long-lasting, well, I'm not going to say marriage because this is definitely not a marriage, partnership of podcasting. And now you know. Oh, and you can also get a watch. Do, 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 do.